You're not lost. You're just living someone else's life. You've been told that if you work hard, stay focused, and check all the right boxes, one day, you'll feel complete. But here's the uncomfortable truth. You followed the map. You did everything right. And still, there's an emptiness you can't explain. That's not failure. That's the alarm clock ringing, and it's time to wake up. You see, you're not lost. You're just living someone else's life. Yes, this life you're in right now. This schedule, this job, these goals, this version of success. They were never fully yours. They were pieced together from advice you never questioned, from expectations you quietly inherited, from a world that praises appearance over authenticity. And now, you're stuck, trapped in routines that make you feel safe, but also make you feel small. The scary part? No one forced this on you. You said yes. You nodded, you smiled, you agreed. You blended in so well, you forgot what it meant to stand out. And now you wonder why it feels like you're missing something. Here's why. You've built a life so well polished, it reflects everyone but you. We don't talk about this enough. We celebrate the hustle. We glorify goals. But we never stop to ask, are these goals mine? Do I even want this life I'm building? You don't feel disconnected because you're lazy. You feel disconnected because you've been disconnected from yourself. And now, here's the hard question. Who are you without the labels, without the job title, without the filters, the masks, the script you've been reciting? That silence you hear when you strip all that away. That's not emptiness. That's space. Space to grow. Space to remember. Space to return. Return to who you were before the world told you who to be. Because deep down, there's still a version of you. Untouched by pressure. Unshaped by approval. Unchained from expectation. And that version of you, it's not gone. Just buried. But to reach it, you'll need to do something radical. You'll need to let go. Let go of the idea that your worth depends on performance. Let go of the fear that changing direction means starting over. Let go of the belief that being true to yourself will disappoint others. Because here's the twist. The people who truly love you, they want you. Not the version of you that pleases them. And those who only love your performance, they were never really your people to begin with. We live in a world addicted to image. But real peace comes when you trade image for truth. The philosopher Epictetus once said, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life." And yet, most of us are slaves to opinions, to deadlines, to the voice in our head that says, "Don't mess this up." But what if you did mess it up? What if you dropped the act? What if, just for once, you let yourself be fully, deeply human, confused, messy, imperfect, real? That's not weakness. That's where true strength begins. It's not about burning your life down. It's about finally building it from the inside out. You don't need a perfect plan. You don't need all the answers. You just need the courage to start asking better questions. What do I actually want? What makes me feel alive? What would I do if I wasn't scared of what people might think? That's where the real path begins. It won't be smooth, it won't be simple, but it will be yours. And isn't that the kind of life worth fighting for? You've spent long enough climbing ladders that led nowhere. It's time to stop climbing and start living. Not for applause, not for likes, not for safety, but for truth, your truth. The philosopher Simone de Beauvoir once wrote, "Change your life today. Don't gamble on the future. Act now, without delay. So if this message stirred something inside you, if even a small part of you whispered, "This is me," then take this as your sign, not to run away from your life, but to come back to it, to come back to you. And before we go, if this felt like more than just a video, if it felt like a mirror, then leave this in the comments, so I know you're part of this. I'm coming back to myself. Let's make this a space for people who are done pretending, a space for real stories, real change, real freedom. Until next time, stay honest, stay brave. And remember, the story isn't over. You're just about to write the chapter that finally feels real.